Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad you're here today, because we have a really exciting topic to talk about. Imagine finding a regular-looking quarter in your pocket, and then discovering it's actually worth thousands of dollars. Sounds crazy, right? But it's true. Today, we're talking about the 1969 Washington quarter, and not just any quarter. This one is super rare and can be worth up to $7,000, and even more in some cases. So make sure to watch until the end, because you'll learn how to spot this coin, and maybe, just maybe, you already have one sitting in your coin jar at home. Let's start from the beginning. The Washington quarter is a coin that most people in the US have seen or used. It first came out in the year 1932. It was created to celebrate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The design on the front of the coin, also called the obverse, shows a portrait of Washington, and that design was made by a sculptor named John Flanagan. The back of the coin, or the reverse, shows an eagle with its wings spread. This quarter has been in our pockets, purses, and coin jars for decades. Now, fast forward to 1969. Most quarters from that year are just normal coins, worth 25 cents. But there is one special version that is worth a whole lot more. This is the 1969 Doubled Die Obverse quarter. That's a long name, but don't worry, I'll explain what it means in simple terms. Let's break it down. First, the S stands for San Francisco. That's the mint where this rare coin was made. If you look at your coins, you'll sometimes see a small letter under the year. It might be a P for Philadelphia, D for Denver, or an S for San Francisco. The rare quarter we're talking about has that S mint mark. Next, Doubled Die Obverse is the most important part. It means that when the coin was being made, something went wrong during the process of stamping the design onto the coin. The tool that stamps the image, called a die, accidentally stamped the image twice, and the two stamps were not lined up perfectly. Because of that, some of the letters and numbers on the coin look like they're doubled, or have a shadow. This mistake is called a double die. This doubling happened on the front of the coin, which is why it's called Doubled Die Obverse. You can clearly see the doubling in the words Liberty and In God We Trust, and even in the numbers of the year 1969. If you have a coin like this, the letters will look thicker or like they have been stamped twice. This error only happened to a small number of quarters that year. That's what makes them so rare. Most coins like this get caught and destroyed by the mint, but a few slipped through and ended up in circulation. That means they were mixed in with regular coins and used like any other quarter. That's why some people have found them in pocket change, coin rolls from the bank, or even in old jars full of coins from the past. Now, here's the fun part. Let's talk about the value. A regular 1969 quarter is worth 25 cents, just like you'd expect. But if it's one of the rare double die versions from San Francisco, it can be worth thousands of dollars. In circulated condition, meaning it's been used and shows signs of wear, it can still be worth anywhere from $3,000 to $5,000. If the coin is in really good condition, like uncirculated or mint state, the value can go up to $7,000 or even more. One of these coins even sold for over $30,000 at an auction in the past. That's a huge amount of money for just one quarter. So how can you tell if you have one of these valuable coins? First, check for the S mint mark under the year 1969. If it has an S, you might have the right coin. Then, look closely at the front of the coin. You might want to use a magnifying glass or a phone camera that can zoom in. Look at the word Liberty. Are the letters thick? Do they look like they have shadows or are stamped twice? Then check the phrase, In God We Trust, and the numbers in the date. If you see that clear doubling, you might have a valuable coin. One important tip: don't clean the coin. Cleaning a coin can actually make it lose value. Collectors prefer coins that are in their natural condition, even if they look a little dirty. If you think you have a rare quarter, your best move is to send it to a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. These companies will check your coin, grade its condition, and give you a certificate that proves it's real. That can help you sell it later or keep it safely in your collection. So why are error coins like this so valuable? The answer is simple: they're rare, and collectors love rare coins. The coin world is full of people who enjoy finding unique or unusual coins. When a coin has a mistake that wasn't meant to happen, like the double die on the 1969 quarter, it becomes a piece of history. It tells a story, and that makes it more interesting and more valuable. And here's something cool: the 1969 double die quarter isn't the only valuable coin out there. There are lots of other coins with mistakes that are worth big money. For example, the 1955 double die penny is another famous one. There's also a 1970 penny with a small date, and a 2004 Wisconsin quarter with an extra leaf on the corn. These are just a few examples, so it's always worth checking your coins closely. If you're just getting started with coin collecting, or if you've never really looked at your coins before, now is a great time to start. All it takes is a little time, a magnifying glass, and some patience. You never know what you might find. People have discovered rare coins in pocket change, in parking lots, and even in change they got from a vending machine. You could be next. So, to wrap things up, the 1969 double die Washington quarter is one of the rarest and most valuable quarters out there. If you have one in good condition, it could be worth $7,000 or more. That's a life-changing find from just a simple coin. Always keep an eye on your change, check those old jars, and maybe ask your parents or grandparents if they have any old coins lying around. You never know, the next big treasure could be right in front of you. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more coin videos, money tips, and cool stories about rare finds. Let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin or if you have a collection. We'd love to hear from you. Until next time, happy coin hunting.